Thank you for your interest in the ELK Stack plugin for the Blueliv cyber feeds. In this short video, we will show you how to configure the Blueliv plugin for Logstash in order to start receiving the very latest cyber threat intelligence updates directly within your Kibana console. Now, since Logstash has changed the way plugins interact with it, we only support versions 1.5.0 or higher. To begin with, you can see our out-of-the-box configuration and documentation in our code repository at GitHub. What will you find there? You will find 3 relevant directories and 1 PDF document. These are as follows: Elasticsearch, configuration files for Elasticsearch; Kibana, the configuration files for Kibana; Logstash, the configuration files for Logstash. Please note that we have slightly different files depending on whether you're using the commercial or free version. And finally, you will find a PDF file which details plugin information. As you can see, once you open up the documentation, there is a detailed explanation of what the ELK stack is and how the Blueliv data feed interacts with it, and how finally to get started. The Elasticsearch template available is useful for Blueliv indexes, so we can index, for instance, geolocation points. The Cabana Dashboards are an easy way to visualize your data. You don't need to configure anything. Some dashboards are already configured for you, and finally, in the Logstash configuration, you may choose what feeds you are interested in, what is your Blueliv API key, and finally some additional technical configurations. So let's get started with configuring your ELK stack. To begin with, we need to be sure that the JVM heap size for Logstash is at least 1500 megabytes. So if we open /etc/init.d/logstash has root, we may need to change the parameter ls_heap_size. If that value is already greater than 1500 megabytes, then please leave as is. If not, please set it to 1500 megabytes. We need to install the Blueliv input plugin for Logstash by executing the following command. Please note, this needs to be done as root and it may take a few seconds to complete. Now we need to set up our Logstash plugin. Navigate to /etc/logstash/conf.d. This is the directory we should download our configuration file into by using, for example, wget. You get your API key from Blueliv via the URL map.blueliv.com. Once this has been done, you must edit this file and enter the API key. You must download either our free or commercial configuration files available at the GitHub repository. In this instance, we are using the free one. To configure the Elasticsearch templates, we need to download our template file by using, for example, wget and then executing a curl command to put it into our Elasticsearch server. If everything is okay, you will see an acknowledge true as an output on your terminal. Finally, we should restart Logstash by running service logstash restart. After this step, our plugin will start to collect data from Blueliv's API. Please note that this may take some time before you start to receive the data. After all of the configuration is complete, you can now begin to analyze the Blueliv cyber threat intelligence data using Kibana. If we go into Kibana, we will need to set up the indexes that we want to search against and receive analytics for. With the configuration we provided, we may choose either the Blueliv crime servers or the Blueliv IPs index. Then we must choose the time field, which is the field where the timestamp queries and analytics are run against. If we are setting up the crime server feed, we would choose update at, and if we were setting up the bot IPs feed, we would choose seen at. After that, we may want to import our stock dashboards. To do so, we must download and import them in managed dashboards. After that, we will be able to start building up our dashboards. Let me end by thanking you for joining the Blueliv community. You can contact us at community@blueliv.com.